evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's To The Point. Welcome to our show. With us tonight is a businessman and a singer, and previously or formerly he was also a football player affiliated to one of the biggest national teams here in Egypt, the national club or the Ahli club. With us is Mr. Mohamed Hassan. He is famously known as Mimo. Right. Mimo raised quite a lot of controversy as of late. He has, I believe, over 30 lawsuits filed against him. He's asked to pay a penalty of 1.6 million euros. And tonight we'll have with us Mimo, or Mr. Mohamed Hassan, and he will explain to us why. Mimo, thank you very much for joining us on To The Point.
You're welcome.
We'll delve into in a minute into what caused this controversy and the repercussions in a moment, but right after this, so please stay with us. Welcome back. Okay, Mimo, you've left Egypt at the age of 14. You were affiliated to a famous soccer club here. You've left to continue your soccer career in Europe, and I believe you've been in Europe now over 20 years. You stopped playing football, and you're married to a German woman, and you have 3 kids. And you have your own transport company business, and you also sing.
That's true.
And singing started a catastrophe, it seems. But we would like to know, as a football player, and you open your transport company, this is one line, but as a football player, why go into singing? Why decide to sing? How did you get into this career?
Right. So in the beginning, I would like to thank you and thank your friend that give me the chance to be here today. And second, I would like to say for all the people on TV, I hope that nobody going to be mad with me because my German slang today. So if you want to know how the career starts as singer and as football, you have to know that I started to play football in Egypt here in famous club like Ahli club. So I left Egypt when I was 14, 20 years old, and I left to Germany. After Germany, I go to Holland, and I played there over 20 years, as I told you already. So how it is going with the music, it was funny stuff. So 97, when I was in England and I played in Birmingham in Walsall, the 2nd division club. So there I meet some guys work with the business music, and they work with a famous singer. It's called UP40. So and we talk about this, and they convinced me to start to sing. So I like in this time the rap music. So I start rapping, and we make the first album in England. Its name is We Don't Care. So and that was the beginning how I come to sing.
Okay, you've had an album recently which caused quite a lot of controversy. My understanding from discussions with you prior to the show that this is not the first time that you deal with politics in any of your albums, but it's just that it seems Disaster decided to strike this time. Why?
So, as I told you, I liked the rap music. Rap music, this is the style or the way how you sing or how you song. So, in first album, I have already one track or one song. They talk about the mafia and they talk about the problem in the Middle East and the problem and trouble between Palestinian, between Iraq, and between Jude, and different problem in the Arabic area. So in the second album, as I told you, because I choose this way for me, so I have to choose also one song in the same way. So I have already one song's name, Politik. So in the second album, and was the album in Germany with the German group. It's called Jamming Groove. It's this very famous group in Germany and England, but we song in English. So and the second album was really big problem and big trouble with the Jewish organization in Germany. So because it's some words in the second album, in the song United or in the song Politik, I don't like it and think that I attacked the Jewish religion, and that is wrong. This is really wrong.
Were you intending to attack a religion?
No, no, no. I can't because I'm Muslim. And as a Muslim, as you know, we have to believe. We have to believe in this three language and the other religion. So I can't attack the Yehudi or I can't attack the religion. So
who are you referring to in the album?
So the problem or the point that we attack the way how the politic in Palestine going. That is the problem. That's what we have to attack. That's what we have to show the whole world that we don't agree about this. So and that was the wrong way or the wrong problem for the Yiddish or for the Israeli people.
So you were referring to the Israelis rather than to the religion. You were talking about what the
Only
Israelis are doing in the Palestinian occupied territories.
This is right, yeah. We talk only about the soldier, we talk only about the politics. We don't talk about religion. Never, 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 never.
Who wrote the lyrics? Who wrote the words?
It's normal, I do it.
Usually
always,
you write
yes,
it?
Always. So, but the production and the musician make it by a German with the German groove. And I always write the lyrics. I always do it.
Are there any other Arabs in the group? I mean,
No.
I know you have the German
No.
nationality, but you're originally Egyptian.
Yes.
Are there any other Arabs in that group?
No, no. I am only the Arab. I am only the half Egypt and half Arabic, as told the German, as talk the German. So, but all the group is German. The German guys.
Even if the Jewish organizations complain, why the big fuss? I mean, we hear that there are like 36 lawsuits and you're asked to pay 1.6 million euros in fines.
Right.
You were asked to write an apology, and I believe you did send an apology for the referral of the word Jewish rather than Israeli, and you explained that you were not referring to the religion, but rather to the Israelis as a nationality. Why the 36 lawsuits, and why this fine? What do they want from you?
So if you want to know, or if you want or to like to know how it is going, so you have to start here the story from beginning. So the story began in the year 97 when I make the first album for me. So in England. So as I told you, it was 2 songs for the mafia and for the problem in Middle East, in Arabic area. So in this time was one lead or one song. They talk about the problem in Palestine, but it was not really hard, not really difficult word. So they don't get a chance to catch me. So I know later from the GEMA organization that the Jewish organization tried to make for me trouble because they won't like to tell me that they don't understand with the way how I sing, how I make my music. So I have a lot of problem with the mafia. So in my company, I have some attack in my company. I have also some problem with stealing tracks and problem in my company, whatever in different way. So, but it was okay, never mind. So it was only money-wise. So it was for me, it's no problem. So, and still the problem like that. And last year when I started to make the second album for me, so I start to sing and I start show my feeling. So, and they think that I make this with hard way and with hard words. So after I bring my CD in the street and market, and I start make inform and population for my CD. So after 3 weeks, 4 weeks, we succeed ready to sell 10,000 CD for the album. So we got it in one day, a call from my lawyer, and he tell us that Jewish organization take action for us, and they make sharing for us, and they make court for us or something like that. So, and we don't know how, why. So later when we was in the court, so they started to talk about we attacked the religion and something like that, and we attacked the people in Israel or something like that. So and that's not true. Never. We don't do it never, and we don't did never, because as I told you, we are Muslim and we don't do it like this. We talk only about politics, and we talk only about the solution in Israel and how to go in with the people in Palestine or something like that. So I don't understand for it why all this is problem.
Okay, we'll go more into your song in a minute, but before we do so, we have a phone call on the line. Hello, your name and question.
Hello.
Yes?
I am Dr. Ihab
Yes.
from Cairo.
Yes?
Hello, Mr. Mohammed.
Hello.
I'm so happy to be with us today. I heard about your problem from the newspaper, and I'm surprised that you are on Nile TV today. So hello again. Please, I want to speak with you about some questions. First of all, I want to speak about the role of art in these problems. Do you think that a song can solve these problems or make something in these problems about Palestinian problems?
Do you have another question?
I want to speak about the reaction of Germany people about the song of Mr. Mohammed.
Okay, thank you very much. So the first question is the role of art, or in your field it will be how music can play a role in politics. Do you think music can affect politics? Do you think your song can affect the Palestinian question?
Sure.
How?
The answer for the question, if my song not affect in the problem, why have all this is trouble? This is the simple answer for the question. If the really my song is normal, and my song don't play no role, no effect, never, why the Israel people attack me like this? So that's number one.
Okay, and what about the German reaction? I mean, the people back in Germany.
So,
how do they feel about this issue?
So it is really hard to explain how the people feel there. I only know this German group. It is really famous, very famous group in German, and any stuff, any song, any CD, anything for the group will be succeed in German. So that's number one. Number two, the people here in German, they don't think like us here. They don't sit for the fee every day and they think about who have problem and where is the problem. This is their democratic people. They live his life, so they won't only dance, they won't only hear happy news. So I know.
You think they're not really aware of Middle East politics? Is this what you're saying?
I'm sure. And the second point, we forget something big. Israel is Europe, and Germany is Europe also. So this is the point what we have to think about. We are here in Arab area, and there is Europe. So if anybody in Germany, he start think about this problem, sure there will be negative and not positive for us. So, but I don't think that the problem in Germany is famous because the TV and the pressure and the newspaper in Israel is really famous and is really interested. They take all the stuff. They take all the stuff from the market, from the street, and they try and go and be a cartoon that nobody knows nothing about this problem. So, and that is beautiful, very beautiful in Germany for us and for Israel people also. But I don't know if the people know exactly what's going on, what's happening, how they think.
Usually when we talk about American politics, especially after what happened on September 11th, the terrorist attacks there, we noticed one thing, that definitely the Jewish lobby in America is much, much stronger than the Arab lobby, if there is such a thing as an Arab lobby. And we also noticed that we are partially to blame for the negative image that is linked with Arabs and Islam because we don't explain ourselves. Do you think you and other Egyptians who are living abroad, who are even with dual nationalities, if I can put it that way, you're affiliated to the country you're living in, and you also happen to be an Arab. Do you think that maybe you should be playing a much, much stronger role, regardless of the repercussions which you yourself are suffering from?
I talk about myself only. So I can't talk about anybody. So I start already. I start already in my second album, and I say it for all the world. The Islam is peace religion. The Islam don't know the kill and blood, and we don't like it. So, and I try to explain every day for every friend, for every newspaper, wherever we go, that we are peace people, and we are not criminal. So that's what I have to say now, and I try every day and every song for me. That's what I say, and that's what I tell as message for all the world.
Usually we complain that Western media, American, European, which is the main media, they are somewhat biased in favor of Israel rather than the Palestinians, for example. How do you evaluate our media? Not just Egyptian, but the Arab media, and what the role it is playing in the portrayal of the real problems in the Middle East. Are we giving enough information? Are we reaching out? I mean, you lived in Europe.
Yeah.
Do you think we have an influence on people there?
So this is the point today. I'm really happy. I'm great that you say that's the point, because this is really our problem, our big problem here in the Arabic area. So we don't make enough in the media. We don't do it enough in the media for all the world. We hear about Israel and about the media here. They pay and they spend a lot of money, because they believe that the media have a big role. So the Arabic people, or all the Arabic world, or all the Arabic country, they still don't believe that. they still don't think about this. They don't know how this affects. They don't know how this strong, because now the war is not war with power and with fire. The war is now in word. The war now is in I'll tell you, is in material, and the war now is in psychology. Now the war is in the market, and not in the war, and not in the fire. And the media, they have work more in our people.
We'll delve more into that after this question. Hello, your name and question, please.
Good evening.
Good evening.
This is Rabia Musa from Madrid Tahrir.
Yes.
It's our pleasure to have Mr. Mimo among us in his beloved Egypt.
Thank you.
Happy coming New Year to all of us, especially you. We are with you, by the way, in the current problem mentioned in the press nowadays. But there is a common say which says the one who drinks from the Nile should return once again. Relating to nostalgia and patriotism, after the long struggling years of finding yourself abroad, don't you long for Egypt once again? And don't you wish to foster and stabilize all your career here once again, after for benefiting the country and which give you so much, and by erecting or investing some promising projects similar to that erected abroad? And could you please throw us some light on the career of the Egyptian minority in Germany? Are they treated like the American one, or in a different way? And how they live, how they are treated, and how they could support you in this critic stance? Thanks so much for the coming answer.
Thank you for your answer.
Thank you.
So, this is really, it's a good question. So, you have to know something. Whatever, how many years I live, or anybody live out Egypt, or out his country, you have to go back, or he have to come back. So, I played in Europe since now 20 years football. And after this career, I start make another career also. But I don't forget never Egypt. I was every year, 2, twice, 3 or 4 in Egypt here, because I have a lot of friends and a lot of remember. So this is point. The second point that you have to know, my career as singer, as rapper, still Europe music, and still not famous here in Egypt, and still not famous here in Arabic country. So I will be great if the people understand my music and start to make my career here. But I think this is still too early to stay here and make my music. The second point, or the 3 point, I have already a company in Germany, and I work with transport. So if I plan in the future that I come back here to Egypt, I will do it. But I don't think now, after this problem. So I don't want to give the chance or the idea for the Jewish organization that he succeed and he win the game between me and between the Israel, or between the Jewish organization. So I have to stay. I have to continue the problem and continue defense myself in Germany first, and after that I will see if I come back forever or only for visit.
Okay. Another part related to the question, and that is, how is the Arab, I won't say just Egyptian, but I'll say how is the Arab community treated in Germany, and what kind of support are you getting in your dilemma from this Arab community?
All right.
Do you feel them? Do you feel that they're there, they're your back?
So I'm sorry when I say everybody in Europe know that Arabic people talk too much and do it very, very little. So we hear every day and we see every day that Arabic people, I don't want to talk about the government, but or about the politics, but I know this is it's too much talk, and we don't do nothing for it. We talk only. So, example, when Europe start to make the euro, they start to study the problem, they start to talk about the problem, and after 3-4 years, finish. We see the euro, and we see Europe. So, in Egypt here, or in Arabic country, we hear about united, we hear about community, and we hear, and this is since 100 years, and we still every country and every land alone.
How do the Arabs in Germany, after this catastrophe, how are they teaming up with you?
So I have to tell you, this is not too much Arabic people in Germany. So we can say this is too much Muslim people, because there is too much Turkish people, but this is not too much Arabic people there. So, but I know this is a few Arabic people there. They is not agree about the Arabic politics and how the politics going. So I don't like to say that we don't play big role or interesting or important for the German people, but I say we don't arrive the point that the people there start think about us. I don't want to say...
We don't really reach out to those people.
Yes, I don't want to say how the people think about us, but I would like to say, example, I have too much friend in Germany, and they still ask me of, or in Egypt, the people still living in the desert, and they walk with camel, and we walk without shoe and something like that. And if the Egyptian people start to think and going living like before, like the Pharaoh's time. So that's.
Do you think this is the problem with, I mean, the fact that this is
the media? As I told you, this is the media problem.
Partially it is the media.
Yes.
Maybe it's partially. But don't you think another part, maybe even the greater part, it is ignorance on the part of those who think that way? Maybe the educational system needs to be changed to explain to them how the rest of the world is?
So,
I mean, in this day and age, if I see someone in the United States or in Europe, I tell them I'm Egyptian and they don't know where Egypt is.
So
I don't think the problem is with me rather than with them, that they're ignorant of where I am.
I have to tell you something. I believe something. If you want to change something in the world, you have to start with yourself. So if you want that all the world think about you and know you, you have to show the world who are you and what you do. So, and that is our problem. We don't do it nothing. We only say we make the pyramid. We have the pyramid. We have the Nile. So what about? That is, we make October war. All right, okay. What's more? Nothing. And this is our problem now. We have to show the people more. Not only say, okay, we have our religion, we have our culture, and we are the Egyptian people, we have the pyramid, and we have. We have also to say, we have to do this, and we try to do this, and here I am. And that is the word what we missing now.
How does your family feel? You're married to a German, you have 3 kids. How does your wife, her family feel about this?
Yeah. I'm happy because I have a good woman or a good wife. So I have only to say she encouraged me always, and she stand behind me, and she understand my situation and the Arabic situation, because I talk every minute about our problem as Arabic people in Arabic area. So she understand already what is the problem there, what's going there, and for that she understand sometimes she afraid because we have three child, and she think also that the German democracy is okay, but it's not enough. That's also defense. So, and you know also that I think all the time about Egypt, and I'm interested about Egypt news or something like that. And she hoped that tell me, okay, you can go to Egypt and we can live there. But you know, this is now it's bad time because we don't know when the war start and when will the war finish. So we hear and we see a newspaper and in TV every day. Today,
You're talking
tomorrow,
about the war in Iraq.
yes, yeah, today.
So what does
or
this
tomorrow.
have to do with Egypt?
So, you know, that is the answer for your question before. How the world changed about after 11 September. So, and this is the point. I'm sure that you know that all the world to change. The war is not more war like for 11 September. Everything could change.
Germany is a democratic country. You as a singer have the right to express yourself. Don't
Right.
you think all those lawsuits and the penalty that you're asked to pay, don't you think this is a breach of the so-called democracy or your freedom of expression?
So, I don't talk about this point because the court is still working. The court is not finished yet. So I have to stay and to see how the law they are going with me. And after that, I have to say my mind. And I have to say, okay, I was in democratic land and I feel that I live in democratic land, or no, I surprise. So, and this question, I have to stay, and I can't answer now. So I know this is their democracies, and I know there this is the people think free, more free, but I don't know exactly what about the law.
Okay, we have a call on the line. Hello, your name and question.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Khalid Hosni, and I have a question to Captain Mohamed.
Go ahead.
Okay, my question is very simple. Actually, it's and very short. We all know that there's freedom of speech, like you just said right now, in Europe. And I'm going to speak about the United States because that's what I'm most aware of. In the United States, there are freedoms of expression, freedom, all kinds of freedoms. However, there is intolerance to blasphemy, which is attacking other people's religion, whether they're Muslims, Christians, Jewish, or whatever they are. So my question is, because of my lack of knowledge about Germany or other European nations, is this a crime in Europe to attack other people's religion? Because I believe in the beginning of Captain Mohammed's speech, or the answers to your statements, he said that it wasn't an attack on religion, or it was just comments he was making. So I'd like a clarification of what it is that he's being accused of or being asked to attend court for. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right. So, before that I answer your question, you have to know something. And if you really believe in your religion, and if you are Muslim like me, you have to know, as Muslim, we have to believe in all the religion. So, and if you read the Bible, you know there's more people in Europe and all the world, they believe in Jesus and they believe in the Bible. So, and I know there's in the Bible some word they say the same what we have on our Quran. So I'm sure that American people or the Europe people, wherever, they know that is religion is something important, and religion we can't play with. So I don't know what the American people think about it, or the Europe people think about the religion in Egypt or the Muslim religion. I know that we have some trouble in Germany with the Muslim people, especially the Turkish people. But all what I have to say, for yet, I don't see, never, this is somebody attacked Islam. And all what we have to say, if this problem start, that mean there will be no peace, no more peace in the world. Because if you think how many Muslim in America, how many Muslim in Europe, and how many Christian, how many Jude, so there's going to be big problem. There's going to be start big problem. And if you remember before in Egypt, since how many years was the same problem between Muslim and between Catholic. So, and this problem is very dangerous. So we don't have to talk about this problem never. So we have only this plan for all the people, all the world, because we are peace people. The Islam is peace, and that can do it with other ways, not with the gun, not with the blood, not with the war. No, we can do it as with the press, with the media, and that is very, very important. The American people don't think about us as Muslim people, this is bad. No. I was in New York after the problem from 11 September, and I know this is the George Bush personally. He tried to make appointment with the Muslim people and with sheikh from different mosque, and he asked if they stand behind him in this problem, because he know this is too much Muslim people in American. So, and he know how this is strong and how this play big role in the politics in USA. The same also in Germany.
The second question refers to, I think Mr. Hosni wanted to know, what is it that you are being accused of? I believe we touched on that before, but he wanted to know what is it exactly that you're going into court for?
So, it is there 36 court or 36, yes. So it's different between attack for the people in Israel, attack for the politics in Israel, attack for the Jewish organization, and some point really I don't understand, because I'm not law and I'm not lawyer, but I only say this is too much point, and I don't understand. I only know the big problem start when I said that I going to give 25% over for the Palestinian people. So in this time started the problem.
25% of the revenues or the profit
from the city, from the city for the
you're donating
for the
it to
people.
the Palestinian cause.
Yeah. So after this started the problem, and they start in charge me with 100 and 600,000 euro. So before it was nothing exactly. It was it was a strike. It was a problem with me. It was education. It was some trouble, but not exactly, not how the paper black or white. So this is my problem.
You have lawyers. What impression are your lawyers giving you?
So I don't have only one. I have 7 lawyers.
Yeah.
I have 2 lawyers from Turkey. I have 3 from Germany, and I have 2 from England. So, and we make this mix because we have to think about number 1, that we the point for religion, we have to have somebody can talk about Islam and can show the law in German that we mean the politics and not the religion. So and we have to bring this out to Quran, how to show the law. The second, we have three lawyers from Germany because they know the law in Germany, how it is going. So we have two from England because we sing or we have our song on our words in English. So we have to have somebody speak English.
Are you optimistic with the outcome? Or is it too early?
This is hard to believe how it is going, but I'm still optimistic because I hear this is in German and in Europe also free and democratic.
Meanwhile, we have a few seconds left, and one very important question I didn't raise, and that is, what are you doing in Egypt now? Why are you there now?
I try now to bring my new city in the market. I try now to inform on publish my city because I'm really interested, very interested. This is the Arabic people, on especially the Egypt people, to know and to hear what I did, and to stand behind me and to stand behind the German group because we have really problem in Germany and in Europe. And I hope our help as Arabic people, as Muslim people, and I hope that somebody know what I did because there is some Arabic news right that I don't have to speak about this problem, Arabic problem, because I have already the German nationality. On that, I think this is very strong.
Okay, well, thank you very much for joining us. We wish you the very best, and hopefully we'll be hearing good news about your case soon. I'd like to thank you, the viewers, and we'll see you same time next week. Until then.